Right, hey guys, I know in England it is like 20 minutes past 12 on a Friday morning, and I do apologise, but I did film this earlier and I sounded angry and I rushed it, so this is just me trying this again. I know my hair's a mess and I do apologise for that, but yeah, let's get to this video and its differences between America and England. Main difference obviously is dollars and pounds, but I'm not going to go into that because the converters say something completely different to everything. So I'm not going to mention that, but that's the money difference. I've headed everything, so let's try it. The first one is school, and school's a big part in everybody's life, from very young to when you graduate. If you're homeschooled, then I guess it's a big part of your life as well because it's a different type of school where your parents teach you or you learn from online classes. I have been in school and I've been in college, and right now I'm doing home education, which is homeschooled, which is home college, and I'm learning from online, and it is a little different, but I'm not going to do a video on that until I don't know, we'll pick a day to do it. The first one I touched upon is the alphabet, which you're thinking, why are you saying the alphabet? Because everybody knows the alphabet. Yeah. One day I was sat on Skype and with an American girl, and we were just talking, and then she wanted to find out more, and she got about England, and she got really curious, and she was like, "Can you say the alphabet?" And I says, "Well, yeah." She goes, "Well, say it then." And I said, "Well, why?" She goes, "Just do it, because if you ask her the question, you won't be able to answer it, without knowing it." And I thought, well, this is odd. So I did the alphabet, and I was like, X, Y, Z. And she laughs at me and looks at me funny. And I said, "Well, why is that funny?" She goes, "Because it's true." I said, "Well, what's true?" She says, "You guys say Z when we say Z." Um, so yeah, Z and Z is just the way it's spelt though, like the way it sounds, it's just a letter off. And I get it, it makes up words like zebra, where in England it's zebra. You can hear the difference, like the Z or Z, and I quite like the sound of Z better than Z, but maybe Z just gave it an ending. I don't know, but it's just a common difference that maybe people don't realise that over here we say Z, and over in America everyone says Z. So yeah, that's like a different thing. Another one is grammar correction people with word pronunciation, because right, everybody has a thing where they'll correct someone's grammar. Someone spells something wrong, and you can't help yourself but comment saying you spelt this wrong, or you've pronounced this wrong, or you've not used the correct punctuation. So yeah, some of us in school though we were taught wrong. I apparently was. And that's where bad grammar comes in. It's not to do with you, with that person doing it deliberately to annoy you. It's the way that they were taught, and then they're trying to change it, and it's really hard to change. With word pronunciation, it's exactly the same, because like I mentioned with Z and Z, we pronounce words differently wherever we are. Like for example, across the world, obviously it's coming up exactly, but like Christmas, it's the main person, and that's known as Santa or Santa Claus, and across the world it's pronounced differently. Like there's Santa Claus, there's Saint Nicholas, there's SC or Claus, or it's or just Santa. It is different, and what I mean by word pronunciation is I think in America, back me up if I'm right, if I'm wrong let me know, but you pronounce your vowels more, or you pronounce your words more, like they come out more cleary. That's not even a word. Clear. They come out clearer. And for instance, like say you're saying a sentence, there was a fox walking randomly, but we would probably say it as there was a fox walking, where I think in America you'd say there was a fox walking or something like that, or you'd pronounce it more as well. But yeah, there's like that, and it's just I like the way that's done. I mean, I think it's really good. Just saying, like, there's different word pronunciation. Another one, which is a big one, is grades and years. Here we call them years. In America, you call them grades. And I'm gonna say this right. I'm gonna use a British one first, and I'm gonna say what it is in America. Maybe then we'll all kind of like get an idea. So there is primary school or infant and junior school. In America, this is known as elementary school. Now the UK jumps straight to high school from there. In America, you have middle school and then you have high school. Whereas in England, the high school and middle school, it's in the same building and it's like the same sort of thing. You still see people from the high school years, and it's just the way it is. I mean, you know, it happens. A different, yeah. I mean, if I read this from what I've got here, I will post this below, so like in the description, so people will know what this is. We also start school earlier. Like we start school for America, which is pre-K, which is reception for us. And then year 1 is kindergarten for you guys, and then so in case you've not realised, we then from then go year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, and you go grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're like a grade behind, sort of, because we started earlier, and well, yeah. So the elementary school is reception to year 6, which is pre-K to grade 5. The middle school bit is grade 6 to grade 8, which is year 7 to year 9 for those of us in England, and then onward from there it is actually high school. So yeah, that's another big issue that I get asked. I get asked that one a lot. So yeah. Next one is uniforms. In all private schools, I expect you wear uniforms. Whereas in England, every school you go to, you will wear a uniform, whether you like it or not. And we have to pay not to wear uniform, and we do special like fundraising days where we don't get to wear uniform, or it'll be the last day of term, and we have to pay money to wear non-uniform, that sort of thing. Whereas in America, I know you wear non-uniform a lot, so you know you practically do wear it every day to school. And I don't know if you think it's better or not, but yeah, we have to wear a uniform, and that's the way it is. Right, another one that I'm going to touch upon with school quickly, because I'm getting really into this video now, is grade scores. Now, in England, we obviously, the grades, it's A star, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, U. Don't know it all in America, but I've heard it's like A plus A minus, B plus B, B minus, C plus C, C minus, D, is it just D? Then F. Where's the E? I know you guys don't have an E. I also know that in America, if you get a D in a subject, it's known as a pass. In England, if you get a D, you fail. So we have to get a C to pass. And the scores you have to get, and you guys have to get, is 60% in America to pass. Here it's 65%. So, you know, if you're failing in America, you might possibly fail here too, because we have to get higher. Like, just, you know, saying. Right, next topic, graduation. England, this is just really quickly. England, we graduate at 16. And then you go off to college, or you do an extra 2 years in high school. And 18 is when you graduate in America. Also, we get free education after 16 for 3 years. Yeah, till you're 19. I did extra 4 years because when I was 19, I joined on to a 2-course subject, and they managed to get it, so I got it for free. So yeah, we get free education then. Right, next one is stereotypes. Typical British stereotype. We talk all posh, we sit up straight, we live in London, we see the Buckingham Palace every day, we watch Harry Potter, we read Harry Potter, we drink tea and have fish and chips every day. Wrong. I love my fish and chips. I don't sit up straight. I don't talk posh. I don't live in London. I'm 3 hours away from there. And I don't like Harry Potter. And I don't like tea. And I apologise for not being a typical British girl like that, but I don't. And that's just the way it is. Another one with America stereotype. You're into all your reps and you go to every high school dance, homecoming, Sadie Hawkins dance, Thanksgiving dance, Christmas dance if there's a Christmas dance, prom. We have prom in England too, but it's a big deal in England. And you have McDonald's every day apparently, and you're quite. I'm not going to say this, but like overweight in a way. Everybody apparently, which I know is not true because I know people that have turned around and said I'm not going to homecoming this year because it's really really bad. And I know people who haven't gone to prom in America, and you have a senior ditch day that some people actually go to school for senior ditch day, which I don't see the point. But yeah, we don't get that either. And you don't eat McDonald's every day because I'm sure it's pretty expensive. And I know you're not all overweight because most of you are really, really, really skinny, and it's really nice to see that, like not stereotypically. And I don't think you're all cheerleaders and into high reps and stuff. So yeah, there we go. Last one I'll touch upon is words, because there's a lot of words that are different, and I'm just curious if you know any more that I can say. Let me know and what they mean, because obviously it's a little different. But yeah, ones that I've came across the most, I'll say the British word, then I'll say the American word. Okay, so word one, rubber, known as a razor. Rubber in America is known as something completely different, so please, any British people, do not, under any circumstances, go to America and say, "Can I borrow a rubber?" Those of you who are older will probably be laughing and know what I mean, but I mean it. Don't ask for a rubber. Okay? Bin, can, because you guys call it a trash can in America and we call it a rubbish bin. I've just touched upon this one. Rubbish, garbage. We say rubbish bin, and you guys say trash can or garbage can, which is really odd to me. So another one is boot, known as a trunk. And by boot, I mean back of the car boot, when you put suitcases or shopping bags in the car and it's in the boot. Yeah, in America you call it a trunk. Yeah, America want to touch upon that. So yeah. Another one is when we get really poorly, or we're poorly, we say ill in England, and in America you guys say sick. In fact, I like that better than saying ill because it just can mean anything sick. So I just like when people say, how are you today, and I'm like ill, I don't want to say I'm sick because I like to sound a bit better. It's the way that is. And another one I found is we say football. In America, you say soccer because you have American football that's known as rugby to us, which is like really good. And you're big on baseball and American football, whereas we're just like big on football, well, our football and tennis. So yeah, that's like that. Like I can't think of any others that you have. I know there's a load more, but I can't really think. Oh yeah, I've got one. We call it a sleepover in England. You guys call it a slumber party in America. It's the same thing, the same meaning, so I get it. But yeah, that's all I have. On like topic wise, but I do have extra things I'll just sort of mention quickly. Accents I've mentioned, they're really different. Voting is a little different because we vote for Prime Minister and you guys vote for President. And your President is like the Queen over here, it's like that high order. And here our Prime Minister is just below the Queen. Sort of. So yeah, that's how that goes. NHS is a health service that you get free from 16 and under. I think you get it more as well if you're in college. You do get it higher, and you can have it free until you're 20. Then you have to apply for a card, an NHS card thing that makes you get it for free if you need it. So yeah. And I've heard about a street difference, where I don't know which side of the road it is because I don't drive, but we drive on different sides of the road as well. So yeah, it's like quite weird because I went to France and they're exactly the same. I think we're the only country that drives on the other side of the road. Like, yeah. So that's all I have. If you want me to do another video like this, let me know because I probably will if you want me to. I hope I didn't offend anyone because it wasn't meant to be offensive. It was just highlighting differences because I think they're really cool differences, and I don't judge. And everywhere you come from, it's absolutely amazing because you learn new things like this and it gets interesting for everybody else. And it's just really, really cool. And keep doing what you're doing because it's really good. Saturday is Halloween, and there will be a Halloween video up. I've wearing my Halloween costume, which is A from Pretty Little Liars. I've tried my best to create a costume for that, so I will be doing that video, playing Five Nights at Freddy's again, because it's a horror game. So yeah, I guess I'll see you Halloween, and stay safe. Bye guys.